6:31, and I'd like to call the City of Kyle Planning and Zoning Commission regular meeting to order. Can I have a roll call, please?
Scheibmeier,
Here.
Snydow,
Here.
McCall,
Here.
Christie,
Here.
Guerra,
Here.
Chase, James.
Item number 3, minutes. Planning and Zoning Commission meeting minutes for June 22nd, 2001, special called meeting and workshop. Can I have a motion?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I move that we approve the minutes for Planning and Zoning Commission meeting minutes for June 22nd, special called meeting and workshop.
Can I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed? Motion carries. Item number 4, citizens' comments. If there's any member of the public in the audience, I'll open citizens' comments. I always do that. I will open citizens' comments. If there's any member in the audience who wishes to speak, now is your moment to come up and speak for 3 minutes. Or if there's anyone on the line to speak in citizens' comments, Deb? No?
No.
Okay. Seeing no one approaching the podium, I will close citizens' comments. Item number 5 is a public hearing. The Planning and Zoning Commission of the City of Kyle, Texas, will hold 2 public hearings for the purpose of receiving testimony, comments, and written evidence from the public regarding a comprehensive plan amendment to add Warehouse W and Construction Manufacturing CM zoning districts to the Regional Node Land Use District in the Comprehensive Plan in the City of Kyle, Texas, Caraway Cattle Company Family Partnership Z-21-0087. I will open the public hearing right now. Is there anyone here to speak on this issue? Seeing no one approaching the podium, I will close the public hearing on this issue. Mr. Coons, is there any staff reports on this or no? We'll wait until next time.
Yes, I believe that this is simply the public hearing at this
Okay.
time. So this is for you to receive testimony.
Okay.
The next time we'll have full discussion.
Okay, thank you. Item number 6 is the consent agenda. Can I have a motion?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I move that we approve consent agenda items A, B, C, and D.
I have a motion on the floor. Can I have a second?
Second.
A motion and a second. Is there any discussion on the consent agenda? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries. Item number 7, consider and possible action. A, this is postponed on 6/8/21, 6/22/21, and 7/27/21. Consideration of exception to Section 41-10B and C, City of Kyle Subdivision Code, exception to required platting for 400, 402, 404 South Burleson. Mr. Atkinson.
All right, thank you. Will Atkinson for the record. So we have since then met with our legal team and administration as well, and have discovered that we don't need all 3 property owners to say yes to pursue exceptions or even plating for that matter. And so both 400 and 404, for the purpose of this specific item tonight, have actually both rescinded their request to pursue it, the exception that is, and then 402 never granted permission anyway. So just so y'all are aware, the owner at 400 South Burleson is actually going to be pursuing plating, and we're still coordinating with the one at 404 in terms of exactly what she's wanting to do. So, but in terms of for this one tonight, we will not be there. They've asked for it to be withdrawn.
So you need to move to allow them to withdraw without prejudice. Your motion would be move to withdraw without prejudice.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we withdraw this request without prejudice.
Madam Chair, I second.
I have a motion and second on the floor. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed? Motion carries. Item number 8, general discussion. Discussion only regarding Planning and Zoning Commission request for future agenda items. Okay, guys, anybody have anything to say? They want to let the staff know that we want on our agenda? Speak up now. Okay. Nope, nothing. Item number 9, staff report. Staff report by Howard J. Coons, Director of Planning and Community Development. Mr. Coons.
Just a couple points, no decisions or anything need to be made, but I hope you're following along in the budget process. There are a couple of items on the budget that impact the Community Development Department, specifically the Planning Department, one of which would be for a new employee, a senior planner in the department, so that we can capture a little bit more of the concentration on long-range and process planning, especially as it relates to the city, which is experiencing somewhere in the neighborhood of 9 to 10% growth. And that's significant because we're over 50,000, so it's a big number that we're adding every year. So we're adding staff that's commensurate with that, as well as there's a pretty heavy line item in there for a comprehensive plan. So looks like we will be going to RFQ. We will not have a process like we did last time. My expectation is that the RFQ is done. There wasn't anything wrong with it. It was really good. So might bring it to you at a work session in September.
Yay.
Might not, just for us to get one more look at it, one more eyeball. We will perhaps incorporate some of the comments that we received after the first issuance. You may recall that we put, there's an initial RFQ that goes out, and then there's a comment period from potential respondents. They can come back, and then usually, we, the issuers, clarify the comments that come back from potential respondents, and then that goes out and becomes a part of the RFQ. What we might do this time is take those comments, if they're germane, and just write them in this time, so it's not left in the open again. So it's about the only revision that I could see going forward. So we're not going to need a full court press like we did last time, which was,
Great.
I don't know, 5 months,
I
6 months.
don't
We put
want
that
to
thing together?
discuss it. I don't want to relive it.
Hey,
I don't want
but-
to discuss it.
It was good, and we're all better for it. You got an education out of it.
Yes, I certainly did.
That's
and
right.
Now it's done.
No, never. So the budget stuff, the other thing I wanted to talk about a little bit was the idea of these meetings. And I don't want an answer from anybody, but is everybody still comfortable in light of current events and future events with having a hybrid meetings, or do we want to go back to the idea of having completely remote meetings? So just think about it. Send me your comments later if you want to. I don't really want to know now because I don't want your 5-second consideration. I would rather your 5-day consideration. So think about it. Right now, I do not have a plan for a work session in August, mostly because the Pie in the Sky Festival is coming up, and I have accepted, a volunteer position with that, and I have done a terrible job thus far, and it's sneaking up on me. So every opportunity I have to prepare for that and not prepare for a work session where I would have to create something for us to do, to be honest. The future land use map process, which is the last item, is moving. I have spoken with the communications department. We're trying to figure out the best way that we can get that in front of some people so that we can have maybe a walking charrette rather than a single event. It would just be a presentation or a display here in City Hall, and people can come in and comment as they choose.
Cool.
Maybe we can get it in front of folks at public events, Pie in the Sky, Founders Day Parade.
that'd be great.
They're not doing the market. Obviously, the park is a big construction site right
They
now.
do
but-
market days over at Greg Clark Park.
Right, they moved it down there. But yeah, I would think it's really nice to just kind of run it catty
Yeah.
corner from City Hall, do the thing, and then come back. It's not that way anymore. So, but anyway, you're right. They're still doing it. It's just been moved. But anyway, we're moving that along. We have another meeting on the I'm going to say the 26th. I don't know. It doesn't matter to you. So, but it's later in August, and we're going to go over a syllabus of dates and events. But hopefully we'll get that wrapped up, before the weather gets too cold. So, I think that's all I have.
Along the lines of the comprehensive plan, will we be doing that the same way that we did it before with a committee to go through everything? and
My expectation would be that,
The same
yes,
thing we did before?
there would be some
Okay.
learned folks that were put together that would evaluate them. That way, it's not just one person who makes the decision.
Right.
People that would be involved with the process after the task order is awarded, I would rather they be on the selection committee so that they understand the expectation of who they select. And then once they're working with the person they select, they remember the development so that they can carry that forward through the execution.
Okay,
So short answer, yes.
All right,
We would
good.
still do that.
thanks. Anybody else? No, it sounds great. Okay, item number 10. I
Madam-
need a motion.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I move that we adjourn.
I have a motion on the floor. Can I have a second?
Second.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed? We're adjourned.